An 18-year-old high schooler just beat an Olympic champion, not in practice, not in a small-town meet, but at Hayward Field in front of one of the fastest 200-meter fields ever assembled. His name is Tate Taylor, and what he just did is going to change how people talk about high school sprinting forever. Before we get to the finish line, you need to understand exactly who this kid is because this win did not come out of nowhere. Tate Taylor is 18 years old from San Antonio, Texas, and he is committed to Texas Tech. As a freshman back in 2023, he ran 10:59 in the 100 meters. Solid, but nobody was talking about him yet. As a sophomore, he dropped to 10:28, finishing runner-up at the Texas State meet and runner-up in the 200m at Nationals. Then his junior year hit and everything changed. In March 2025, he ran 20.46 in the indoor 200m, breaking the national high school indoor record. Then on May 3, 2025 at the Texas 6A State Championships, he ran 9.92 in the 100 meters, breaking the national high school record of 9.93, a mark that had stood for years. A few hours later, same day, he came back and won the 200m in 2014. That earned him the Gatorade National Track and Field Player of the Year award. Now, fast forward to his senior season, and things got even crazier. On January 17, 2026, he stepped into the 300m for the very first time in his life and ran 32:45, breaking the national high school indoor record. Then in April, he lined up directly against Noah Lyles at the Tom Jones Invitational and ran 20.05, breaking Lyles's decade-old national high school outdoor 200-meter record. 7 weeks later at the Lanier Grand Prix, he ran 1997, becoming the first high school athlete in American history to break 20 seconds outdoors in the 200m. And then at the USU 20 Junior Championships, racing against Blake Hamilton, he ran a Windle-legal 19.94, taking down his own record again. That made him one of only 7 junior sprinters in history to ever break 20 seconds in the 200m under legal conditions, sitting right next to a young Usain Bolt on that list. He was ranked 15th in the world that season. In total, Tate Taylor held 4 national high school records. Across the 100 meters, the 200 meters outdoor, the 200m indoor, and the 300m. No matter the distance, this kid found a way to win. But now came the real test. At the 2026 Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon, Tate Taylor was set to line up against Lettle Tebogo of Botswana, the 2024 Olympic champion in the 200m and the defending Prefontaine Classic champion who won last year's race in 19.76. On paper, Tebogo had to be the favorite. He had the fastest personal best in the field, and he was coming off an absolutely dominant performance at the Oslo Diamond League where he ran 19.8484 and won by nearly 3/10 of a second. In that race, he blitzed the opening 100m in around 10.29 to 10:31, already faster than everyone else in the field, and then basically eased off for the final 20 to 25m, still running his last 100m in roughly 9.5 seconds. And that Oslo run happened in cold conditions, around 13 degrees Celsius, not exactly ideal for sprinting. Eugene, on the other hand, was forecast to sit in the mid-80s. Perfect sprinting weather. 6 athletes in this field had already broken 20 seconds in the 200 meters that season. This was shaping up to be one of the fastest 200-meter races of the year. Then the gun went off and what happened next was absolutely absurd. Tate Taylor got out clean, hitting the 100-meter mark in 10:21. And then for the second half of the race, he was completely untouchable, closing in roughly 9:54 seconds, crossing the line in 1975. He crushed the field. Lyle Togo finished second in 19.93, nearly 2/10 behind him, and only the two of them broke 20 seconds in the entire race. Courtney Lindsay ran 2019. Brian Lavelle, who ran the best turn in the field early on, faded to 2020. Tate Taylor beat an actual Olympic champion by roughly a 2m margin. And he did it running from lane 3, which almost never happens at this speed. Here's the part that makes it even more insane. That 19.75 was run into a headwind of 0.9 meter per second, not a small breeze, a real headwind. Run the numbers through a wind adjustment, and that performance translates to a wind-neutral time of roughly 19.66. Push it further, and if he had run that exact same race with a maximum legal aiding wind of plus 2.00, the math says he would have run 19.52, which happens to be the exact Prefontaine Classic meeting record set by Noah Lyles back in 2021. Combine his 100-meter and 200-meter personal bests, 9, 92 and 19.75, and you get a combined total of 29.67 seconds. Numbers that put him in a conversation most high schoolers never even get invited to. Tate Taylor did not just compete with an Olympic champion. He beat one on one of the biggest stages in the sport as an 18-year-old senior in high school. And this is not the finish line for him. The World Athletics U20 Championships are coming up on the exact same track at Hayward Field from August 5th through 9th, 2026. And after what we just watched, there is no reason to think he is done breaking records. So here's the real question. Can Tate Taylor actually get close to the junior world record of 1967 set by Gout Gout? After this performance, that number does not feel as far away as it did a few weeks ago. A 22-year-old from one of the smallest nations on Earth ran an anchor split that only 2 humans in history have ever beaten. He did it without their fastest sprinter even on the team. He did it on home soil in front of his entire nation watching. When the numbers hit the board, the sprinting world went silent. Let Tobago did not just win the world relays. He humiliated everyone. Before Paris 2024, most people outside Africa had never heard of Letal Tobago. He grew up in a rough neighborhood in Gaborone, Botswana. He was not even a runner at first. He played football as a left winger. Athletics coaches spotted his speed on the pitch and moved him to the track. Without that one decision, none of what you are about to read ever happens. At the Paris Olympics, he lined up in the 200-meter final against Noah Lyles, the 3-time world champion, and Kenny Bednar, one of the fastest Americans alive. Tobago ran 19.46 seconds, the 5th fastest time any human being has ever run in the 200m. A brand new African record. He crossed the line first. Lyles finished 3rd, Bednar 2nd.